Hey everyone, it's Kimchica. It is June. That means E3 has just happened, and it is really hot here. So welcome to the longest intro of the latest IndieWatch, where I will be taking you through 20 indie games from E3 that I am most excited about. With 20 titles to go through, there is a lot. I just want to let you know these titles are in no particular order, and if you would like to find out more about a game or see the full list of games featured in this video, please click on that description box below, and let's get into it. Rapture Rejects. Many a school night, I'd procrastinate doing my homework to instead play the online MMO Kingdom of Loathing and read Cyanide and Happiness comics. And oh my goodness, both relics of my childhood are back in full force with games. Small plug for West of Loathing, one of my favorite RPGs on the Switch at the moment. But Rapture Rejects is a top-down, isometric, last man standing title with the full-bodied stick figures of the Cyanide and Happiness comics and all of the outlandish humor as well. God has gone on a bit of a binge drinking spree and taken all of the worst of the world behind to the rapture, and so all hell has broken loose with those left behind. The only apparent solution is to convince the big man upstairs to let you into heaven by killing everyone else in a battle royale. Killer Queen Black. Many of you may not be familiar with the 2013 arcade cult hit Killer Queen. Frankly, unless you're in an area that happens to have an arcade cabinet, you've been out of luck. Until now. Coming to the Switch and PC, Killer Queen Black is a team-based title where you race towards 3 victories. There are 3 ways to win. Snail, which means you've moved a snail to the other team's side of the map. Economic, where you collect and maintain 12 berries. And Military, eliminating the other team's queen 3 times. This is a fast-paced, chaotic, and strategic title that's great to play with friends, and perhaps you'll be inspired to compete in a tournament.
Is this real?
Sea of Solitude. Haunting is the word I always use to describe this game, and it is one of my most anticipated games of the 20 coming out from E3. In this world, loneliness has a physical effect on humans, turning them into haunting creatures. The protagonist Kay has begun that shift, and your quest is to try and find a way to change her back. Sable. Go on a personal journey through monuments, architecture, and a unique desert landscape in Sable. In this coming-of-age title, you can't help but notice the striking, almost architectural art style, as well as wonder what mysteries and lore lie in store for you as you explore this mechanical yet seemingly deserted world. My Memory of Us. A story about friendship during tough times, My Memory of Us explores the lives of a boy and girl who experience the rise of an evil king, and citizens being sealed off and divided by a wall. While the story itself is fictional, the events shown in the game are based on actual stories from war. And to keep everything simple and relatable, the game utilizes a more charming art style as well as symbols instead of text for dialogue. This puzzle platformer allows you to take control of both the boy and the girl, each with their own abilities and skills, as well as allowing you to control them as pair. The Sinking City. Fans of Lovecraft, you are in luck. The Sinking City is coming soon, and it looks like something out of a Lovecraftian and detective-infused nightmare. What I especially love about this 1920s-esque title is that while there will be monsters, the game won't be about killing them, although you will have to be able to defend yourself and not just run away all the time. Of course, seeing all these monsters has an effect on your mental state. Sanity, or lack thereof, is going to be a huge part of the gameplay. Ever wished you could control your dreams? Dark may make you rethink that. When you play Lloyd, a young boy, you realize you're trapped in your dreams, but you have the power to control them. Unfortunately, things start going nightmarishly wrong. Can you use your puzzle-solving skills to bend your dreams to your will and safely wake up? Children of Morta. Family is the central theme for Children of Morta, differentiating it from other hack-and-slash dungeon crawlers. Enjoy small but important moments in the Bergson family home in between protecting the hallowed yet threatened mountain dungeons of Mount Morta. This is a challenging game and it will test your perseverance and endurance, but that's why your family is there, to support you. Each family member has a different background and experiences to draw from, making each of their play and fighting styles quite different, allowing you to choose whichever you think will fit your play style best. Chasm. You always want to do your best with your first job, right? And lucky for you, your first mission as a knight for the Gildian Kingdom just involves you discovering what happened to one of the vital mines that's been shut down. When you arrive, though, you discover supernatural creatures are responsible, kidnapping the villagers and dragging them into the ancient catacombs below. Delve into the chasm and get ready to fight for your life in this Metroidvania, but know this, the rooms have all been created by hand, and the game will place them in an order just for you. Your map will be different than anyone else who plays the game. Tunic. Formerly titled Secret Legend, this action-adventure game may remind you of another franchise, but when you see and play it, you won't be able to forget this. Play this tiny fox in a big world where you can explore the wilderness, discover ruins, and find out what happened oh so long ago. There's no speaking or even written language in the game. Well, none that we can recognize for now. Perhaps that's one of the secrets we'll be able to uncover in Tunic. The King's Bird. Use momentum and the power of flight and gliding to traverse along beautifully designed levels in this precision platformer. An evil tyrant has kept this beautiful location secret. Explore it and discover the truth about who you really are. Knights and Bikes. Nessa and Demelza are two rambunctious and energetic kids ready to take on all the adventures they can. In this hand-painted game set in a fictional British island in the late 1980s, you'll rescue fellow islanders to expand your horizons, face opponents with water balloons, and even interact with a goose or two. This game is designed for both solo and co-op, so you can actually play this with your best friend or choose to go at it on your own. Epic Tavern. Run your tavern and become hero to the heroes. The best place to be after questing is with a warm fire, cold beer, and comrades by your side to share stories with. In Epic Tavern, you will run the home away from home that heroes come to after a hard day's work. Recruit these heroes, send them on crazy quests, and see how your role affects their adventures. Atone. Norse mythology and fantasy are the basis for this beautiful indie. In Midgard, a land forged by the gods' hands, the protectors of the Fable Elder Tree have been wiped out. As one of the daughters of those protectors, you must uncover the truth behind your father's death and learn more about the mysterious gemstone he left behind. As you quest, know that you can choose your friends and your enemies. Engage in combat or show mercy, but know that not all characters are as they seem. Unravel 2. In this sequel to the adorable puzzle game Unravel, combine the powers of two adorable yarn creatures to chase that spark of adventure. You can play on your own or with a friend, working together to solve puzzles and make it safely through a big, big world. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. One of the most gorgeously done Metrovanias of 2015, Ori and the Blind Forest's highly anticipated sequel, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, has been on my wishlist for quite some time. The Will of the Wisps will feature an all-new combat system that will add a layer of tactical options to the gameplay. And what does Ku, the baby owl, have in store? And what will Ori do about this new threat to the forest? Luca, Born of a Dream. In this action RPG, Luca is seeking purification. Trapped in a nightmarish world filled with corruption that threatens him at every turn, he needs to find a way to survive the nightmares and find himself. You can mix and match movesets and properties to customize the game to your personal playstyle, and the Sin and Punishment difficulty system allows you to create the perfect experience for your skill level. Luca also draws on horror, songwriting, and an arcade-style action, and is inspired by personal experiences and struggles with identity and mental illness. Ooblets. This is an indie that really needs no introduction if you frequented this channel. I've been extra pumped because this is one of the most anticipated games of the year for me. This is an adorable title where you'll find, collect, and train ooblets, those tiny nonsensical looking critters. Train them in what? Well, to be your friends, to have an awesome sense of style, and to dance battle. This game will be a highly customizable one as you get to decorate your living area and character in addition to adventure and farm with your ooblets. Kingdom Two Crowns. In this third installment of the incredibly addictive Kingdom series, Two Crowns introduces co-op split-screen gameplay, which means for the first time, a second player can join and help with the construction and defense of your kingdom. This latest iteration also introduces the first ever campaign mode, so you won't lose all your progress entirely each time you lose the crown. But fans of the original format, never fear, there will be a classic and new land style modes available as well. Ida. As Ida, you wake up to a nightmarish sight, surrounded by the dead bodies of your family. With a mysterious floating cat at your side, you'll need to take up your father's weapon, an old revolver, and journey across a world for revenge and the answers to your questions. This story balances the horrors of what Ida has experienced with lots of hope, as you can help others as you travel, potentially even saving them from future disaster. Twin stick shooter and bullet hell style gameplay will absolutely keep you on your toes, and the minimalist pixel graphics and soundtrack will keep you feeling calm. Whew, so those were the top 20 E3 indie games that I am most excited about. Please let me know if there are any games you're excited about that I didn't mention in the comments below. There are so many games in so little time. I say this every video, I feel like, and I would love to hear what you guys are most looking forward to as well. If you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, also please consider doing that because it is very appreciated. I do indie game content, so I've got interviews, reviews, more indie discoveries, which are these essentially reviews and curated lists, all sorts of things about indie games. So if you're interested, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Again, it really does help. And if you enjoy watching live streams, be sure to check out my Twitch channel. I go live most Monday through Fridays at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Changed it from 1:30 just to play around a little bit. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you're playing lots of great indie games, and I will see you in the next video.